anything connected to Muttiah Muralitharan, we used to call him Murli, is from the heart. Because not only he was the greatest spinner of all time, he's one of the greatest human beings you'll ever meet. You know, soft, gentle, kind, and always smiling. You know, I've grown up in an era with a very strong Indian team and had some great players. But for us, Sri Lanka was Murli. And I'm saying that with due respect to everyone. Sri Lanka has produced some great players. Aravind De Silva, Kumara Sangakkara, Mahela Jayawardene, and Arjuna Ranatunga was a very good player who was a World Cup winning captain. So they've had some outstanding players. But Murli was different. You know, as I said, you know, you land in Colombo, you land in Sri Lanka, you go to anywhere. Everybody from the... I remember my first trip in 1997, yes, my first trip in 1997 to Sri Lanka. And we used to go to Sri Lanka very often. Every summer we used to be there. The Taj Samudra Hotel in Colombo was just like our home for us. June, July we were there, and I loved Sri Lanka. You know, I remember my first trip, I landed and I was going through the immigration at the Colombo airport, and they were very kind people. India was coming. And they said, all the best for the tournament, all the best for the series, you know, have a good trip. But remember, we have Murli. and I remember the exact words. And this used to happen all the time. He was not just the backbone, every bone of the body for Sri Lankan cricket. And I'm so happy he's done a biopic. I've seen him on the field, I've seen him off the field, I've met his family. I've seen him in Colombo. He's unbelievable. So I know you will enjoy this film. You will get to know a lot from this film about Murli's life, because many of you have just seen Murli on television or on the ground. But what goes behind in making a great champion that he is, hopefully you'll be able to see it on this film. As I said, I'm extremely fortunate to be here this evening on the launch of his biopic. It's a worldwide release, and everyone around the world must see it, because Murli just doesn't belong to Sri Lanka. Murli belongs to the world, belongs to the world cricket. He's an ambassador. He's an unbelievable ambassador of the sport. He's a gentle ambassador of the sport. And when you see Muralitharan, because I've followed his entire career, and I must say something, I've played the young Muralitharan, I've played the middle-aged Muralitharan, and I've played the old Muralitharan. And the hardest was the old Muralitharan. You know, and I mean everything what I say, because I'm not saying because it's media, it's because of his biopic, but it was the hardest as he got older. He could spin the off spin this much, he could spin the off spin that much, he could bowl the straighter one, he could bowl the one which would go the other side. And the best thing Rahul Dravid told me, we used to bat together a lot those days. He said, how do I cover drive it? I said, don't worry, you don't worry about the cover drive, leave the cover drive to me, you just rotate the strike with Murli. So, you know, he's been absolutely fascinating. 800 test wickets, and he's not added the one days also. And how much in one day? Only 400? Can you imagine 540 one day wickets? 540 one day wickets, 800 test wickets. So it's 1340 international wickets for Sri Lanka. So I'm not wrong in saying that Murli meant Sri Lanka. Or it's the other way, Sri Lanka meant Murli. And you know, he brought Sri Lanka on the map.
See, first of all, I was very shy to accept this. 2018, when Venkat Prabhu came to Sri Lanka regarding a foundation, and he met me and he asked me whether I want to take a biopic on me. First I was very hesitant and shy about it, because I'm retired happily in the house, waiting a little bit of work with I was doing with Dada knows, because 5 years I came here, and a little bit of Hyderabad as well. So first hesitant, then my manager said, because if you do something, you will get something for the foundation, and that will help some people. Then I agreed. So that's the way it starts. And you know, a lot of problems in 5 years time it took to make a movie. And now I'm very happy, because it's suddenly, first I was hesitant and I'm not interested to do that. But in life sometimes you think you're not, but sometimes you have to do some things. So only thing I asked my director, I gave the permission, everything, and has to be a very true story. It should be not added anything, masala or anything to make a movie good, because it's a biopic, because it has to be true, what has happened, that you have to reveal. So that's also, I'm very happy, I'm glad I came to Calcutta, and meeting Dada is a very good friend, and he's a wonderful player, and also I think he's the best captain as well, because when India was after Azharuddin a little bit struggling, and team was displaced, players were a little bit not happy about the team environment and everything. He bought the team in a difficult stage. He got younger players into the team, introduced like Arbachan and like players like that, great players became. So he made a team and get success of the India team was very powerful. Unfortunately, he couldn't win a World Cup because he had a chance in 2003. Unfortunately, they lost to Australia. Other than that, when he gave it up and gave it to Dhoni, was an easy transition, because already established players are there. Then he have to do the right things, then he can take to the next level. So I know he's in Kolkata. I say he's a king. Right? That's the way I say it, because, and also a youngest person who become a board president. It is not a joke, because this organization in India is the biggest organization, because for in cricket sport. So become a board president is a very challenger, and he had a great 2-3 years of that, and successful. And now he's relaxing, and hopefully, I hope, I heard, right? I was there in Bangalore when I was talking to him, and we chat, a few industry people come and talking to him, and you will see Dada's movie by next year, I think, hopefully.